La la. Hello Pips and welcome back to Project Hospital. Welcome back to campaign 1 where we have completed an objective. I did do all the staffing. I got the staffing in for the hospitalisation area, and of course we have now reached this. So we'll now receive 3 more patients arriving in an ambulance per day. So we might be an ambulance short. So we've made it so that we can do surgery during the day. And we've got it so that Susan Foster here can now be hospitalised in general surgery and get all the stuff that she absolutely required. But what I have noticed, I've got a bit of a situation with this here. Okay, so we were looking at it. So nighttime we have this guy. And then on the daytime, because we were having a problem with an anaesthetist, and we got this lady, but she's actually a night owl, which means she's actually better at doing what she does during the night time. So I'm inclined to put her on the night shift, meaning that we have this problem again. Now we have another doctor here, Frank Hernandez. Now he has advanced diagnosis, but it's only 1%, so I'm actually going to make him an anaesthetist so that he now satisfies this and he can do that surgery. So that fixes that. So what we've done is we've just gained an extra doctor at night time, and I'm okay with that. She was a great doctor and I just didn't want to let her go, because at some point we will do surgery at night time, and when we do I would have been really upset that I didn't keep her. So yeah, so we you can see that I've been decorating this area that I've built just to make it a little bit nicer looking. We are going to need probably some chairs and stuff about the place, and I haven't yet built stuff for the patients to come out and deal with their needs, but I shall do that. But I shall skip the rest of the night so that we can just get into running the hospital in the morning, and while night goes I will do these few bits. And here we are, morning has arrived. It says here that we've got rooms, 3 rooms that are on a critical load, so we should probably try and find out what they were. And also an ambulance has rushed off for an emergency. So it's all started nice and early. An update on the money situation. It's pretty horrific. We are 260,000 doubloons in the hole. However, I believe now we've probably spent the majority of our money. Although I say that, I've got a feeling we are going to need to build more wards. We'll cross that bridge when we need to come to it. But as I say, the general surgery is the big money maker. The hospital is now making money. We can see that it did make money yesterday. And hospitalisation, can you see how much we made in hospitalisation from orthopedy? It's pretty good. And like I say, it's surgery, general surgery is a big money maker. So looking forward to this starting to roll in. There are definitely places that we could cut costs, but you know, I don't want to sack people unfairly. You know, I just don't want to do it. So we need to find rooms that were critical during the night. We've dealt with this critical issue as best that we can. But what other rooms were potentially critical at night? I wonder if there is a better way of finding out specifically which rooms were critical. No, that just says if I want it to pop up or not. It'd be nice if it told me which rooms were critical, because I now want to know which rooms that they are and see if it's anything that I can deal with. Right, so here's one. Here's one of them right here. This department. Day and night workload on this room is critical. Right. But on this one, it's low, and they are the same room. So this is the room where hospitalised patients go to have examinations and treatment done. So this is interesting. Is this a staff thing? This could be a staff thing, couldn't it? it could be, so this is the doctors from the on-call room would deal with, would be the ones dealing with this room. So in the day, it's possible that surgery is running, so we only have one doctor left who's constantly using this room. So what we might need to do is employ one more doctor just to see, because they assist at surgery. They also do the trauma centre downstairs, which is a bit of a nightmare. We might actually take that off, because that means they run downstairs and deal with trauma. We don't want that. I'd rather notice a problem there and employ somebody downstairs to do that. So in assist at surgery, anaesthetist, and they also do trauma downstairs. We're going to stop that. So yeah, we do need another doctor. I'm pretty sure this means that they would run downstairs. I'm not sure. I think diagnostic and observation means that they'll do all this, of the people that are hospitalised, and this means they'll run downstairs. I'm pretty sure. So we need one more doctor, and as you can see, we can't actually get any more in here. So even though we want to run this bleeding hospital, we're instantly having to stop and amend things. So let's see. What we need to do to get another doctor in is put in another office desk. This is what denotes being able to put more staff in it. We'll need a chair. What colour are their chairs? White. So we will need a white office chair to go here. And they'll also need a PC. They'll need a PC. And you know what? Just to make it look nice, we'll put a little cactus there. So now we can add another doctor to here. And we will... Oh no, they're an alcoholic. Damn it. I was thinking advanced diagnosis would be nice. They are often late for work. They are often late for work and depressed. But we are all out of money now. Yeah, damn it. I'm going to have to borrow more money. I'm sorry, guys. But we need decent members of staff. Otherwise, what is the point of what we're doing? Okay, it would be nice to have one, but we don't. So we'll put you in. There we go, Nancy Lee. So hopefully these rooms can be dealt with a bit better during the day and just reduce that critical need. And we'll see how they go. They only deal with hospitalised patients. So I'm hoping that if these two rooms run all day, it'll also help alleviate the critical that we're seeing at night. So are there any other rooms running at critical? Let's see, because it's sort of suggested that there was. So we've got X-ray during the day here running at critical, and their workload is high. Right, so what we might do here... Let's see, X-ray, what have we got going on? So we do have 2 members of staff running these rooms. We are going to, what have we got here? He's depressed. And he has a hidden trait. It's interesting. We never know. Their traits could be causing problems for us. So we're going to put him to clinic patients only. We're going to put him to hospitalised patients only. And we're going to see how this balances out and see specifically where the heavy workload is coming from, because it's low at night. So we're going to just try and separate those up. So that'll be our 3 rooms. Oh no. So this is critical. Here we've got a workload over here that is critical. What is this? We've also got a problem over here. Surgery. Okay, we'll deal with that in a moment. So Michael Walker is having trouble running all this on his own during the day. So we're going to get him a buddy to help out. Let's see. They're often late to work, but they do have advanced diagnosis. I'm not amazingly impressed with you, but there we are. And then we can see here that the stat lab for general surgery is running high in the day and critical at night. These guys need help. So let's get help for Michael. Let's see. It's alcoholic. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, so they might be a hedonist, but Spartan. All needs are reduced much slower, so I think we're going to get him in. And then at night time, we don't have anybody here at all, so we need somebody to come here at night. We're going to refresh this list, look at their traits. We actually have a night owl, so they work more efficiently at night, so we'll get them in. And maybe we won't get another staff in. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes, and we'll reevaluate tomorrow, I think, on that. So we've dealt with a bunch of the critical problems that came in during the night, and now we're going to start running the clinic. And as we know, we did do the rounds last night with the patients that were in the ward, so everything should go fairly okay today, and we'll deal with the problems as and when they come in. It will be fine. It will be fine. And we can see that she was dealt with pretty quickly. That's another thing, actually, quickly. What we'll do down here is just make sure that these doctors... Right. So they are all on trauma surgery. So we've got 2 doctors to deal with this situation down here. Yeah, and it did say something about 3 trauma patients a day. There's 1. So, and they are also dealing with patients in the wards that we have down here. So we just need to keep an eye on that situation. Anyway, here we are. So we're going to have patients walking in now to deal with this. We've got triage for here. Okay, great. Excellent. So the usual then. It starts. We want to make sure that our patients are being dealt with fairly efficiently. Now we're doing this much faster than what I would normally want to be doing this. So maybe I should slow it down. Why make this too difficult? You guys want to know what I'm doing as well. She needs abdominal surgery. So we'll get her in. Let's see here. Oh, she's got vomiting. That's not nice at all, is it? That's not nice at all. I think that we actually are going to change her department straight away to here. Physical examination. But she's either got an infection or gastritis. But yeah, she's going to... She probably didn't need to go, actually. They could probably do both of these, to be honest, but we got her out the way anyway. What have we done with him? Nothing. Give him his iron supplements. He doesn't need a blood test, but he's having one. Physical examination. Let's do a differential on this. Numbing ointment or a compression wrap. Okay, what are you doing? You're going for an x-ray, but you really don't need it. Have a leg cast. Have a leg cast. Do they need to be hospitalised for that? Doctor's room, trauma centre. They might actually need to be hospitalised. I'm not sure. It'll certainly tell us if he does. Right. Anyway, where were we? I don't know. It was him, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have we dealt with him yet? Yeah, we know what it is. Don't get him an x-ray then. Send him, give him some ointment. Send him home. Golfer's elbow. Don't give her an x-ray. X-ray's busy. Give her an ice wrap and send her home. Iron deficiency. So let's give her some supplements for that. Don't send her for x-ray, please. Numbing ointment. Send her home. What have you got? You need numbing ointment as well. Everybody needs numbing ointment. I mean, it sounds pretty good, to be honest. It really, really does sound pretty good. She needs abdominal surgery. Wow. Okay, let's get her in. She's going into the high dependency unit. We're going to give her lots of stuff here to get her dealt with. She's looking a bit peaky. Go down to Judy Martin here. I'm sorry if I do repeat patients. Yeah, I have repeated patients and I apologise for that. I didn't pay attention. Let's see. He is in the process of being triaged. Right, let's go for a differential on that one, please. Oh my god, he might have lupus. Wouldn't that be a thing? Wouldn't that be a thing? We might keep an eye on him just to see. What we'll do, we'll make him a favourite just in case he has lupus. That'd be amazing. What's going on with you? Physical examination. You're being triaged. We've definitely got something going on with the chest area. Maybe a differential might help us with this situation. He's currently getting his... there we go. Don't send him for x-ray. Just give him some numbing ointment. You know, the standard. That's... So from Judy then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What's going on with you? Physical examination might be nice, and then we'll try and see if we can do it with a differential, but I bet it'll be numbing ointment. What's you could have lupus too, really interesting. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, it could. Still, try and work out what's going on here if you can. Actually, can you take a temperature for me? Thanks. You don't need to do that. Don't do that. Just give them some antivirals, please. Thank you. Send them home. Physical examination, and then do a differential on that. Don't send them for x-ray. For the love of Christ. Right, okay. So let's get rid of this. Let's go to another department. Ooh, we didn't sort out the problem that we're having on this department. We have a problem with this department. What is it? It's hospitalization. We're missing the daytime surgeon. This is terrible. Okay, daytime surgeon. I've messed around with this and lost our daytime surgeon, which needs to be in this. All right, is it this then? Oh, it is. Okay, so it does include surgery. Right. So we need surgery on them. But that says it's sister surgery. Interesting. I don't want them to go down to trauma, but they might. A bit annoying. I'm going to be honest with you. Right. What are we doing? Yeah, so we want to look at walk-in patients. In general surgery over here. Let's grab the list. We've got a couple of highs here, which is a problem. So Karen Martin, although she is in a ward, she's already been put into a ward, so that's good because it's a concern. And then also Brooke here, is Brooke hospitalized? She is. That's really good. We don't need all these tests being done on Brooke. Okay, that's not necessary. Right, let's start from the top. So let's get you a proton pump and send you on your way. What have you got going on? You're being treated right now and you've just been sent home. That is amazing. That is amazing. You've got your diet modification. Fantastic. What have we got going on here? You need antivirals, eh? Well, you certainly don't need an MRI or any of that sort of stuff. Now, you're on your... Right, you're getting it all. You are hospitalised, so I am going to give you all of this stuff just to help with all of your symptoms here. You know, try and get rid of this pain and the fatigue and fever and your jaundice and all that sort of stuff. Let's just try and make this a little bit easier for you. So it looks like we might have a bit of an issue here. Now, in fact, we do. You see this pulsating stuff here? We're just going to pause this. This symptom here is pulsating, meaning that this symptom alone could cause this patient to collapse and die. Not only that, but she's also got a hidden symptom that's doing exactly the same thing. Now, surgery is really important, but we've got something else that's really critical here. And we don't know what it is, and we actually can't do any more of these examinations to find out. Now, I could send her to the ICU, and I am considering it, but I'm hoping that we might be able to get her her surgery if we can. With Brooke here, we can see that we also have a pulsating, so she could crash as well. So let's try and do some nothing too invasive examinations on her, just to see if we can find out what this pulsating symptom is, so that we can try and stop it, because you know it could kill her. So we kind of need to deal with it fairly quickly. We don't need these blood tests being done, not at all. Are you hospitalised? You are. Would you like all these meds just to make... we don't need to put you on the high dependency unit. You're fine. Excellent. So there we are. Now, we've also got patients coming in here. Now, she's just walked in. Susan Baker here has just walked in. She's very, very ill. And we can see that she's hemorrhaging is what's happening here. So what we're going to do is get her straight into the high dependency unit. And we are going to get her on some meds to deal with this. I need her in really, really quickly, because this hemorrhaging could cause her to crash and die quite quickly if we don't deal with it. She's got an open leg wound. It doesn't really matter which one it is, the treatment's the same. So we're also going to say, can we please close this wound? We're going to bandage it, and we're going to give her some pills as well, just to try and help with the pain that she's in. She's in quite a lot of pain. So we've done that. She's been called in. She's going straight in for hospitalisation. Can we see that she's bleeding all over the floor? She could crash at any moment. She's bled on the floor. I'm surprised she's not on a stretcher. She's just going to walk herself there. We're a little bit concerned about Susan. We're going to keep an eye on Susan. We're also very concerned about them, but they are currently waiting for the surgical team, suggesting that they are currently assembling, which is great because this is really, really urgent. And we've got another urgent lady here as well. We really need to get her in for her examination. She's just gone to the toilet. But we really, really need to get her in for her examinations. We need to find out what this is because it's going to kill her. So let's look at the other patients that we've got on these departments. So what's going on with you? Leg cast, you're fine. You'll probably be let go possibly tomorrow morning. He has a fracture. He's had a physical examination. He's actually already had an x-ray as well. We're a little bit slow here. Get him an arm cast. Yeah. But he's not been hospitalised, so we're not going to do anything else for him. You've got a fracture on your finger, so you actually don't... They might try and send him for an x-ray, but it simply isn't necessary. We'll do a physical examination. But it should be, it should all be fine. Now, this lady here is waiting, but she will need to be hospitalised to get the medicine that she needs. It says here, required room ICU. Intensive care is a bit crazy. Let's maybe she doesn't need it. She doesn't need an ICU. ICU, an office or a diagnostic unit in this department. Okay, let's just try and do these injections without hospitalisation. If they need to hospitalise her, they absolutely will, or they'll tell us that it's all gone crazy. So still waiting for surgical team. She's also waiting for the surgical team. I'd like... I'm not happy. Right, she is now hospitalised. They have stopped her hemorrhaging, which is fantastic. So she's no longer on the brink of crashing and dying, which is fantastic. And they have now got her into this room here to sew her up. They're going to now close this wound and bandage her up, get her some painkillers and let her rest up. So she's going to be fine. Susan Baker is going to be absolutely fine. But we do have a problem going on here with the surgical team. I'm getting a bit annoyed with the surgical team. So this is the room for the surgical team. But where are they all exactly? That's what we want to know. Which... It's this one. Look, we've got 3 now. We've got 3. It's becoming a problem. So where are these doctors and what are they doing? So he's going to the workplace, which is Where exactly? He's right, hang on. Just going to do something with Karen Martin. So I think he's dealing with ward patients. Yeah, he is also dealing with ward patients. So they are busy, and she's dealing with ward patients. So they're not able to do the surgery because of this. And that is a problem. That is a problem. So what we need to do, I think, is try and separate these doctors up a little bit. So if we take them off, so they can concentrate purely on surgery, right? Just all day long surgeries. That's what we're going to do. And take them off looking after people on the ward. Let's just check. So this would be the surgeon, the assistant, and the anaesthetist. Yes, so that's great. But we do need doctors to look after the people that are actually on the ward. So we're going to put you on this duty. You're not going to assist at surgery. We're going to see if she can do it on her own. She'll be using this room. And we can actually see that the use of it's quite high, so she may need help soon. But we'll do this for now. Now, of course, nurses also feed in to this surgery business. So let's see here what we've got in the way of nurses. We need 2 nurses. We're going to need a surgery nurse. So we're going to take away patient transfers from her. And possibly even patient care. I don't want patient care to get in the way of her potentially going into surgery, and we'll leave these 2 on. But yeah, we could end up being down to 1 nurse on here actually doing transfers and patient care on wards, which is pretty bad. Now, her patient care is pretty awful, isn't it? I think what we'll do is we will employ 1 more nurse here to help out. I think that would be a pretty good idea. What's this? Yeah, that's fine. Let's get her in. That's fine. That's better. Okay. And we'll go back. So, because we've got these emergency ladies here, and they're all waiting for surgical teams, which is no good. You're waiting for a surgical team. You've missed it, so we're rescheduling it. There we go. I was still concerned because she can't have the examinations either, because that room's really busy as well. But we've now separated up the staff, so we should be able to rush them through just a little bit quicker now. And this lady has, again, a symptom that we're not entirely sure of, causing some problems here. We don't know what it is, and the only test I have available left to me would be this sampling of some fluid with a large needle and syringe through the abdominal wall. Sounds pretty rough. The discomfort is medium. I suppose we could, because we've actually got 3 patients in dire need of surgery. So if we can find what this symptom is and treat it outside of that surgery, and the same with this lady, and put her into surgery first, that would be great. Except they've put this woman into surgery first. That's mental. So I wish that I could change the queue. Put the queue in a different order. Oh no, hang on. Waiting for free operating room. It said that she was she's waiting for a free operating room, waiting for a free, yeah, so she is. She's going in next. This lady is going in next. And she, for me, you know, should actually, I don't know. It's a difficult one to call, to be honest. They're all dying. So the fact that we've managed to get surgery working at all right now is a very good thing. there we are. So we'll let them get on with that. And now I'm just going to go back to the emergency department and do it all over again. And that's what I do all day long. But what we might start doing is just cutting to what I'm doing with patients that are having something done. If something comes up in the day that's like, oh, that's a little bit odd, we'll cut to that. Now that you know what I'm doing in between the cuts, you don't need to see this constantly all the time. Oh my God, this person just went into high. She is collapsing. Look, she's collapsed right here. That's really awful. She's just dehydrated, actually. It's just dehydration. She'll be fine. She'll be absolutely fine, everybody. It's fine. Okay. Cool, blimey. Yeah, so I think that's it for this episode, and in the next episode we will carry on getting through today's surgery. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not take your first step on the path to total coolness by supporting me via Patreon. The cooler you are, the harder I work, which means even more SHIZWAH.